And we're live. Awesome. Super cool. Great. Now, this one might be a bit shorter than the previous live streams, everyone, which I know sounds a bit crazy. But yes, news. Lots and lots of news. And hopefully, I can share the video on Twitter, get some more people in here to talk about this news and some really exciting things that I have in store near the time of the game releases, and just talk a lot about awesome stuff. So, hey, everyone who's joining, already 100 people joining. That's amazing. Hey, everybody. Awesome to see you guys in the stream. I want to share this on Twitter before we get into the whole discussion. We have 5 main points to talk about. Mainly a lot of stuff relating to very, very exciting stuff with Spider-Man PS4, of course, and actually some really exciting news about the Avengers project as well. I know, the game that we all thought was dead, but apparently it's still alive and kicking. Is the Avengers project from Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix. Apparently there's news. I know, that's actually crazy to think about. There's actually news about this game. So we're going to get all that right now, and this might be a shorter stream because I do have some stuff to do. It's also getting close to dinner, so I got to cook some dinner for my family. So I just wanted to thought, I was thinking, should I do this as a full video, like a 101, or should I actually just do this as a live discussion? Because it's like, overall, like, not just news, but actually just like thoughts I have about the game in general, about like the status of it. We're getting so close to it. Less than 20 days until it releases, which is actually insane to think about. So it's a lot on my mind, and I just thought, instead of doing a video like a 101 or just a news video, I thought, like, why not live stream? That'd be amazing. $2 already, Bill. Stop. Chef Evan in the house. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for your support. Again, I don't know if I could handle all the hype and the excitement if you go and donate, but Bill, thank you so much for the donation. That's too kind of you. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to find the video and share it on Twitter. Hold on. There we go. All of a sudden it just popped up. I don't know why it took forever to do that. And hopefully I can share it. Hold on one second. There we go. And let me check back really quick on Twitter. Got some new DM messages on Twitter as well. Everyone joining the stream, thank you so much for going. 245 people already. That is insane. Thank you all so much for just joining this fun stream. Just talking about Spider-Man PS4 and all this other stuff. My boy Marcel Salvage is in the chat. Bill, of course, is in the chat. That's so awesome. Hey, guys. What's going on? Awesome to see just everyone joining. Just consistently, just having a fun time. Just, you guys are the best. Just thank you all so much. And if my internet hopefully doesn't crash, I would love for that to happen. Because I know it crashed last time when I was streaming through my phone because my internet connection was awful. But hopefully that doesn't happen again. Let's see really quickly. Excuse me. Great. Share it on Twitter. Awesome. Great. So, hey, everyone. Yes, we are live with this awesome discussion video for Spider-Man PS4 and the Avengers project. And again, it's going to be a short stream. I know I usually do like 4 to 5 hour long live streams because I just kind of discuss about things and then go off on tangents and ramble on certain things. So, yes. So, let's start off with just the main one that I want to just discuss about quickly, is mainly how close we are to the game. Depending on where you are, worldwide or international, already it's less than 20 days. Donuts, hold on, that name, fully, I gotta get that name. Donuts 1122334411, $2. Hashtag Spider-Man PS4, hashtag Spider-Man PS4, indeed. Donuts, thank you so much for the donation again. You don't have to do that at all, but just thank you so much for your support. That means the world to me. But yes, Spider-Man PS4 indeed. It is so close. Less than 20 days exactly from this recording. It is, I believe, exactly 19 days away until Spider-Man PS4 releases on September 7th. Midnight release, if you are planning on going to a midnight release on September 6th, which I'm going to try and do. But that is the first topic, is just how close we are. Again, 2-year-long journey ever since June 13th, 2016 to now August 18th. It's insane. And the fact that we've made it this far together as a community and as Spider-Man fans is absolutely insane. And just the fact that we've all been excited for this game since day one, and the fact that how it's actually like within arm's reach pretty much in that regard is insane. And that brings into the second point, which is a video that I've been planning to do for a while. I just didn't know how to do it or when to do it or exactly how I could, fully create it. But basically, if you follow me on Twitter, if you look at my Twitter feed, I posted about like a day ago or maybe 2 days ago saying that I am planning something to release on September 6th, the day before the game officially releases, because it officially releases on September 7th. And I've been planning to release a video on the 6th of September that I won't say what it is, but it is a video. It's a long video, that's for sure. And just prepare yourselves. Again, it's just pretty much what I will say is that it's a thank you. It's one giant thank you for all your support and all the passion that you guys have for Spider-Man, and how this character has brought so many people together, how we all love this character so much, and what he means to all of us individually. And it's just great to see everyone just interact with each other in excitement for Spider-Man PS4 or the Venom movie or Into the Spider-Verse or Far From Home or the comics or the show, whatever it is. Just the fact that Spider-Man brings us together is the most important part about the Spider-Man community and the Spidey Squad, and just the video I'm planning to release on September 6th. If you're on Twitter or if you follow me on Twitter, you'll probably guess already what it is. I won't say what exactly it is, but it relates to just, the combined journey we've been on together, and it's a long one. Again, when I say long, I mean long. I won't specify its length because I don't actually know how long it will be because it's not fully finished editing yet. But it will cover a lot of feelings in here, for sure. But yeah, those are 2 out of the 5 points already. See, already like 2/5 of the way done. Because less than 20 days until the game's out. That's insane. We're getting the video series from IGN. We're still waiting for part 2. Again, James Stevenson and IGN said that they're going to be releasing a series of videos to build up the excitement for Spider-Man PS4. The first one was about New York, because it was the open world New York trailer featuring J. Jonah Jameson, which I've heard some people say he sounds like Bryan Cranston. If that is the case, that would be insane, because it actually does sound like him a little bit. Now that people have actually stated that, I do hear a little bit of Bryan Cranston here and there in JJ's voice, which is actually really cool. But the fact is that we're getting a series. So the second video will most likely be revealed sometime next week. I don't know when specifically. The first, the open world city video was revealed on the 14th, I think, or maybe 13th. Like less than a week ago. Someone said that they might reveal a video each week, which I do think sounds like it makes sense. The second video could possibly relate around combat, or maybe some characters in the game that we've heard in the Daily Bugle newspapers online about Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, even JJ himself, Robbie Robertson, Ben Urich, Cat Farrell. They've been writing these little snippets of info about the game. Oscorp, Roxxon. So maybe there could be like some more story of the game, hopefully, what I'm hoping for. Again, I think they said that we will not see it before the game releases, but one thing I do hope is for a little glimpse of Peter Parker and MJ gameplay, because that's literally the one thing of the game we haven't seen so far, is the gameplay of Peter. We've seen cutscenes of Peter and him in the Feast Shelter with Aunt May, which looked great, and the performance that Yuri Lowenthal is going to give as Peter is insane. He's going to knock it out of the park. But gameplay, actually playing the game as Peter, we haven't seen anything like that as Peter or MJ. So I think maybe the second video could relate to that. It could also relate to combat, like I just said. Maybe showing the ins and outs, like, oh, he can fight in the air and he fights on the ground. Like maybe another call with JJ. I can see that as like a running theme with these new videos that they'll release. Like, oh, I'm just in with JJ, or JJ's just the facts with J. Jonah Jameson, teaching you about the threats that you don't even know about, like his tagline. So I could see like these little new trailers being like introduction videos to the game. You know, certain games do that, like, oh, in this game you can do this, this, and this. Usually, main example is Ubisoft in their Assassin's Creed games. They did that all the time. Like they said, oh, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, you can plunder, pirate camps and stuff like that. So it's kind of like they're doing that, but in a cooler way. So JJ's like saying, oh, there's these backpacks, and then there's these research stations, and you can do like tricks in the air and 360s, you know? So it's like really smart on Insomniac and PlayStation and Marvel's part to kind of show players what you can do without telling them like they're stupid. It's just in a fun way. Like, bam, JJ's just making a mockery of Spider-Man, just insulting him over the radio. So that's really, really cool. So I think that we will get the second part 2 of the IGN video series of Spider-Man PS4 videos sometime next week, maybe tomorrow. I don't know for sure. I don't know how or why or, how or when they're planning on releasing these videos, because there's no, usually we had to always wait until certain events, like, oh, E3, the whole demo, Comic-Con, the story trailer. And then the embargo lifted, so then we got that whole spiel of coverage, the 22-minute long coverage of the game, the Kingpin boss fight and the Peter Parker cutscene and the air tricks. But now it's just we wait, and so now they're starting to slowly push out more and more trailers to excite the game, get people more excited. They had that whole hype train, which was awesome. Literally in New York City, they have a whole subway decked out with Spider-Man PS4, which is insane. But yeah, those are the main, things I want to talk about for Spider-Man PS4. We could be getting another trailer soon. We could be getting more information on Twitter about the game status. Possibly more stuff about the story. Maybe in another trailer, because we've actually gotten updates about the story with Hostile Takeover, like you see in the title, because we have, if you guys don't know, Spider-Man or Marvel's Spider-Man Hostile Takeover is the novel, the prequel novel, not comic book, not a comic book. It's an actual book, a novel of the game. It's a prequel to the game's main story, and there has been a recent article that awesome Spidey Squad member Chris Baker, and former developer of past Spider-Man games, of 5 awesome Spider-Man games, Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time, and both amazing Spider-Man games, Chris Baker, he found this article about 8 hours ago that basically covers the story, at least main details about Hostile Takeover. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. I will not spoil these details for you guys, because I don't even know them myself. I'm just reporting on what this article is clearly just referencing, like, oh, this is what it is for Hostile Takeover, in case you guys want to read it. But the problem is that some of these details are actually making it seem like you shouldn't read the book unless you want to know these details for sure. Like, if you're a person who doesn't want to be spoiled about anything, like, eyes closed, ears closed, mouth closed, like nothing, you don't want to learn anything about the game at all besides the trailers that we're just seeing, the book, apparently from this article, states that it reveals the details about where Peter works and who the mentor is for Peter Parker, like Peter's mentor that he's going to have in the story, through not as Spider-Man, but as Peter, because Peter is growing up as a young adult. He just graduated college. He's trying to find his life path and become, in the world of adulthood, because he's always just been in school. And now that he's graduated college, he's like, okay, now what do I do? So in the story of the game, he's going to have a mentor. We knew this already, but we don't know who it is. There's all these speculations and theories and rumors, is it Doc Ock? Is it Kirk Connors? Is it Miles Warren, the Jackal? Is it maybe even Michael Morbius? Is it even Norman Osborn? We don't know who Peter's mentor is in the game, but apparently the book says who it is. I haven't read it because it's not out yet. It actually comes out in 3 days. The book comes out in 3 days on August 21st. I pre-ordered mine on Amazon, but sadly it says that it will come in the mail like a week later, so I'm a bit bummed about that. I'm actually a bit bummed and not bummed at the same time, because now that I know who or what is in the prequel novel, like we know already, there's going to be characters in the book, Echo and Blood Spider. Those are Marvel characters. Echo mainly relates to Daredevil, but Blood Spider is a kind of an obscure Spider-Man villain. He's not a clone, but he's a mercenary that has a suit that he can use to fight Spider-Man, that he has similar powers to Spider-Man. And he's going to be in the book as a villain, or if not the main villain of the story. But apparently also in the story, it also discusses about where Peter works, who his mentor is, and some other story points leading up to the beginning of the game, which was, what we've seen and what we know about. So it's not a spoiler because Game Informer talked about it all the way back in April. But Peter's in bed. He gets up out of bed. He's messing around his room. He puts his suit on. He jumps out the window and he goes to take out Fisk. That's literally the beginning of the game. We know this. But the prequel novel apparently covers more ground of the early days of the game's story. It takes place a few months before the main game story. It also features some really interesting story details, which again I haven't read, but apparently the book covers a lot of ground to prepare you for the game's story, but it kind of spoils it at that same point too. So if you are really into the lore of the game, I mean, I'm into the lore too, but I mean, we've been waiting for it for 2 years. All the speculation around it, like what's going on, what does the white of the spider symbol mean? Is Peter going to be controlled by Mr. Negative? I don't know if the book answers that particular question, but apparently it does go over a lot of story points. So again, if you are pre-ordering the novel, awesome, but just keep that in mind. Like, you can get the novel and then you can play the game and then easily read it after you beat it, and then just like, oh, this is what happens before that part. Oh, that's cool. So like, that's like a fun thing to do if you don't want to be spoiled about anything. If you don't care, then just go for it. Then just read the book, and then you'll know who Peter's mentor is. You'll know who the main villain is, apparently. I don't know if I said that, but apparently the book also reveals who the main villain is. So that's a big spoiler. Clearly a huge spoiler. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it. Bill Roseman said he's read it like 4 times, clearly because he's worked on the thing. But I'm just really excited to see how that goes down. I think Arkham Knight had comics, and it had its own animated movie, Assault on Arkham, which was awesome. But I've never seen a comic book game, at least not in my recollection, have a novel tied into it. $2 super chat from Mustafa Dombia. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, dude, but thank you so much for the donation. That literally means the world to me. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream, and I hope you're also excited for Spider-Man PS4 and Hostile Takeover, because I'm really looking forward to both of those. And I'll definitely review it on the channel once I read it myself. That's why I won't get the game until, I won't get the novel until the 30th. Let me recheck actually on my email. It should update me when I should get the book in store, or at least when it should be shipped to my house. Viewer manage order, yes. Let me see really quick. Release date, August 21st. Arrival date, August 30th. Yep, so I'm not getting it until, oh no, sorry. Arriving August 27th to 28th. Okay, so it did change. Good. So, but still though, that's not like the day of. I am getting it like a week later, more close to when the game comes near, September. So I will get it, but I'm not, apparently not getting it the day of. But I'm really excited to read the book. I just don't know if I will read it before the game releases. Let me know what you guys think. Will you read the book before the game comes out? Do you want to get into the story details more before you play the game? I know it's going to be a lot of like, if you really cannot wait, we all cannot wait, but like if you really, really, really need something related to the game now, besides all the merch like the water bottles and Funko Pops and stuff, you want to see something related to the game immediately, then get the prequel novel, which will say more stuff about the story. I'm sorry, 2 super chats, donuts, $2. Again, thank you so much. What other villains do you want in the game? And another $3 donation by Mustafa Dombia. Dude, thank you so much for your support. You guys are insanely awesome. But to answer your question, donuts, what other villains do I want in the game? Well, I find it really cool. I don't know about you guys, but I find it extremely cool that they're adding in villains that are obscure to the main Marvel universe, like Echo and Blood Spider in the novel, which we don't know will be in the game, but I think if they're in the novel, I think that at least has a good chance that they could be featured in the game. I don't know for sure, though, but if they are in the game, that's going to be awesome. Villains I want, though, clearly Venom, Carnage, but those are kind of obvious ones, and they've been used a lot in other Spider-Man games. Last time we got Venom was in Web of Shadows, and last time we got Carnage was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Again, another $2 super chat by Moose. Dude, thank you so much. Sorry, something on my camera there. Mustafa Dombia, dude, thank you so much for the $2 donation. That's so kind of you. You're awesome. And just thank you so much for your support. That's literally incredible. I don't know what other villains I would want to see other than mainly, I'm really hyped for Mr. Negative and the Sinister Six, of course. I'm really interested to see where their stories are going to go. As for like main villains that I would want to see, Salvage, Venom's in my video today. My bad. Definitely go check out Salvage's video if you haven't already, or he hasn't released the Venom video yet, but he did do a video recently about where are the Avengers, because the Avengers Tower is in Spider-Man PS4, but where are they? And that's good segue. Hey, great segue into the Avengers project, which I will talk about. But also, sorry, you see my finger on screen right there. Bill Plumley, I'm reading it fully once a week up to the game launch. Wow, Bill, that's crazy. You're really going for it. So Bill, right there, Bill is straight up going for it right there. Because, like I said, it reveals who the main villain is. It reveals the mentor of Peter Parker. It reveals where Peter works. And it reveals other villains that could be a feature in the game, Echo Blood Spider, but there's apparently another villain in there as well. And it builds up more, I think, also to how MJ and Peter split up, like how they actually broke up in the first place and why they haven't spoken for 6 months since the beginning of the game's story. So I don't know. Like, again, let me know what you guys think. Do you want to read the book? Bill's going for it. I want to, because I really want to read this book. It sounds awesome, and it really sounds like a cool way to begin the game flat out. If you just don't want to know anything, then don't read it. But if you want to know every little piece of lore for the game's story, then read this book. It's just like, but do I want to know who the main villain is? And again, like we don't know what's underneath the collector's edition statue, but what apparently it might be is the main villain. So Spider-Man's on top of something, but then the box is like it's a spoiler, so don't look at it. But a lot of people are speculating, and what I think sounds to be true is that it's the main villain. Whoever the main villain of the game is, that's who's in the statue with Spider-Man for the collector's edition. And I just hope to God, because I know that they do this all the time on IGN and other, big gaming media channels. They unbox the game editions, or they get press kits, media kits for the games that they're reviewing. They did it for God of War. I think they did it also for Detroit Become Human. Cool. Detroit got like a triangle-shaped box. I know for a fact someone's going to make that a meme. Illuminati. I can already tell. I'm sorry. I just encouraged Blasty Games like 50 memes right there. Oh, boy. But yeah, Detroit Become Human actually had like a triangular pyramid-shaped press box that had like some like cool like badge and stuff. And some other thing like that. So when Spider-Man PS4's Collector's Edition starts getting shipped early to these video game people, just be aware, like that's what Amazing Lucas was saying. He's going on a full-on blackout before like the game releases. I would say blackout near like the last week of August or the first day of September, because there's probably going to be thumbnails spoiling the Collector's Edition, or it might say a spoiler in the thumbnail, but then make it a silhouette like, I wonder what this is, and then imagine it's like 4 metal arms coming out, or like 4 tentacles. Like, what's this statue? Like, of course we freaking know it's Dr. Octopus. Like, again, that's not for sure confirmed, but like, for example, whatever the spoiler statue is, given this article that talks about hostile takeover, is also saying that the statue is going to be the main villain of the game with Spider-Man on top of the thing. So, a lot of details in this article, and again, huge shout out to Chris Baker for finding this article from comicbookmovie.com. All the biggest reveals in Spider-Man Hostile Takeover, the prequel to Sony's upcoming video game. I retweeted Chris Baker's tweet, so if you want to read the article for yourself, go on his Twitter page or my Twitter page. I haven't read the article. I haven't even read the book because I don't even have the book yet. It hasn't been shipped to me. But the article apparently goes over all these details. And if you want to know every single thing about the book, or at least the major details about the book beforehand, then go read this article that discusses everything. But enough of the book. I'm hyped for it. Again, it's written by David Liss. It is a apparently less than 400-page novel. I think the exact number is like 370 something. 38 chapters is exactly the confirmation of how many chapters there are in the book is 38 chapters, and apparently they're all lengthy and filled with details about the story. Again, it's a novel, novel, not a book, but not a comic book, but a novel of the game, just words, no pictures, at least not that I know of. But it's actually a comic, I mean, a novel of the game. Spider-Geddon is the comic that comes out after the game is released, sometime late September, I think. September 21st, I think, is when Spider-Geddon comes out, and that features Marvel's Spider-Man, you know, the white spider advanced suit, Insomniac Spider-Man, in Spider-Geddon, which is an epilogue to the game's story. So we have the prequel novel, which takes place, I think, a few months before the game's main narrative, and then the main story of the game, and then after you beat that, and then we don't know what happens, but then apparently Spider-Geddon is going to take place after the game. So it's an epilogue to the game, which apparently is now canon in Marvel Comics. So the Insomniac Spider-Man is now canon within Marvel Comics, which means that Spider-Man, this version of Spider-Man is so huge, even though the game's not even out yet. The Marvel and Sony and PlayStation and Insomniac, they're so confident within this game's story and this character, this version of Spider-Man, that he is now canon within the Marvel Comics run, which means that he is officially part of the Marvel Comics universe. So this is just like another like Shattered Dimension scenario. So, you know, there's like the 616 universe, there's the Noir universe, there's the 2099 universe, and now there's Insomniac's universe. And Insomniac's universe is now officially part of Marvel lore, which is insane. Because usually it's the other way around. It's usually where the comics will be formed into a game or a movie and then have whatever happen afterwards. But apparently this game is so huge, even though we haven't even played it yet, it's not even fully out yet, but the story is so good, it's so big that they're going to make it into the comics lore, which is now meaning that Spider-Geddon is indeed the official epilogue to the game's story, even after the City That Never Sleeps pack. So there's going to be the prequel novel Hostile Takeover, then the main game, then City That Never Sleeps, and then Spider-Geddon. And then after that, I don't know, probably have a heart attack from getting so excited. Another super chat from that guy with 2 Ys, $2.79. Tanas for the win, baby. Heck yeah, dude. Tanas is the greatest. My 101 intro. Oh, man, I love that show, again, so much. And little surprise for you guys, little exclusive right here, but just if you like the theme for Tanas, then just like what I play in my 101 intro, you're definitely going to like the background music for my video that I have planned for September 6th. Just keep that in mind. So, less than 20 days until the game's out. Spider-Man PS4 is now officially canon within Marvel lore. Again, Hostile Takeover reveals a lot of stuff about the story, so just keep your head up high and just keep on the lookout. You know, like, do you want to read the book and learn everything about the game before playing the story, or read the book after you beat the game? So, you know, it's that little win-win or lose-lose situation, catch-22. Like, it would be great to read the story and then know everything beforehand, but then it might take the surprise away from you playing the game. So, again, I'm still on the fence what I should do or what even you guys might do. Again, let me know, like I said, let me know what you think. Are you going to read the book? Bill's going to read the book before playing the game. Since I get it pretty late, not like late, but like, you know, not on the day of release, sadly, I'm still gonna decide whether or not I should play the game after reading the book or then read the book after playing the game. You know, so I don't know. But I will review it for sure. 100% for sure I will review the book after reading it. But for me, I'm a slow reader. I take a long time, like in high school and middle school, like when they always gave me like book reports, I literally like had to like read the book like for like a solid week until I finished it. Like like some people say, oh, I read the book in like 2-3 days. Like it took me like a week to read this thing. So it might take me a while to actually read the book fully and analyze all the cool story plot points and maybe if there's any twists and turns. I don't know, but I'm really excited to read it. I just don't know if I will read it before the game comes out or not. Yeah, Darth Sky Gamer, they wouldn't release it before the game if it has spoilers. Well, again, it's a novel, not a comic. Novels are a bit less popular than comics when it comes to this type of a game, and most people don't even know that there's a prequel novel coming out, even though they had that entire thing at Comic-Con. Some people are like, wait, there's a novel? Like because there's no like mainstream trailer for it or anything. Like the PS4 Pro, like that's a big thing because it's a merchandise item that relates to the game. Like playing on a PlayStation themed for Spider-Man, that's huge. Even Hot Toys, because there are a lot of collectors out there that love the Hot Toys and the, of course, my favorite, the Funko Pops. So when it comes to a book, not a magazine or a comic, but an actual novel, it doesn't get a lot of attention that it should. But I pre-ordered it. I'm hyped for it. The hard copy version of it, I know some people got it digitally. I'm getting it a hard copy. Yeah, exactly. The best way to summarize it, salvage. No one wants to read. That's why. I know people don't like reading nowadays, but I do. At least when it comes to Spider-Man, I do. So we got those main 3 points out of the way. So less than 20 days, exactly 19 days until the game's out. Hostile Takeover is going to have a lot of details about the story, so just be aware. September 6th is a video that I have planned, revealed, or to be uploaded on that day, which is very, very, very special, and it definitely relates to the game in general, because of how there's going to be something really, really exciting that happens in the game, that I know of. Just stay tuned for what I'm talking about. But basically, there's that, and also what I was saying, Avengers Project. I wanted to talk about that before I got sidetracked, which I kind of already did because we've been streaming for half an hour, and I'm sorry about that. But huge, 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 huge Trump impression. Huge news about the Avengers Project. We're getting a trailer soon. Whew, that is really exciting to say. We are getting an Avengers Project trailer soon, confirmed by the game's creative director, I believe creative director, or at least someone who's working on the game, Sean Eskeg, who I believe I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Basically, because where is it? What's going on? What's this game? What, the Avengers game? What, you might say, there's an Avengers game? Yes. If you guys didn't know, there is indeed an Avengers game being made by Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix. In case you don't know who they are, they made the Tomb Raider games, or at least Crystal Dynamics did. Square Enix publishes a bunch of tons of games, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. But mainly the people who are working on who have worked on the Tomb Raider games are making this Avengers game, and so far, nothing. Again, there's all these leaks and rumors and little indications that it could be Ultimate Alliance 3 or a reboot of the Ultimate Alliance series or something similar to those games or anything like that. But just know, everything that we know about the game so far is false, except for the fact that they have Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal have hired someone that specializes with, sadly, microtransactions. So that is one thing that is going to be in the game for sure, is some way of implementing microtransactions. Again, we don't know how heavy it's going to be factored in the game or how little, but there will indeed be some form of microtransactions within the Avengers Project. I talked about this actually all the way back, I think, in February, but that is going to be in the game. Sadly, they are indeed including some form of microtransactions within the Avengers Project, because what they have said in the first trailer, in the description for it, it says like, oh, it's a game you can play for years to come, and there's all these Avengers, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and then the woman who's narrating the trailer, whoever she is, Black Widow or Scarlet Witch, we don't know. But it's really, really exciting to know for sure now that we are getting some form of an update soon about the Avengers Project. This was actually tweeted out by a moment on Sean Eskeg, spelled on his Twitter page if you want to look at it, SHAUN_ESCAYG, Sean Eskeg, and basically had like a Q&A, I think, on his Twitter feed. And someone asked, when will the Avengers Project trailer release? Flat out, like, when are we getting a release for this trailer? And then he replied, soon. Just soon. Of course, because why would you want to tell us something that we're excited for? Why wouldn't you want to tease us like with Spider-Man PS4? Like what we had that for a full year of just waiting. But yeah, same situation here. Soon, apparently, is when we're getting the Avengers Project trailer of something. Because the first trailer, I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I am saying that the first trailer was a CGI trailer. I think it was a CGI trailer of the Avengers, which didn't even show anything. Just like, oh, a broken door, Cap's shield, Iron Man's gauntlet, Thor's hammer, and then the logo. And then that's supposed to be exciting. At least with Spider-Man PS4, the reason why I got so excited for it is because at least they showed the game in 2016, even though we waited for so long. But if they didn't show that, if they just showed like Insomniac games, Marvel games, and then the Spider logo, and then Spider-Man PS4, that's it, then I wouldn't be as excited for it as clearly I am now. But with, you know, the Avengers, that's exactly like what the problem was. The problem was that it was nothing. It was just, oh, they're Avengers. And it's a game being made, and we don't know what type of game it is, but it's a game. And then they even said in the trailer description that, oh, be sure to stay tuned for updates in 2018. It's like, okay, great, awesome. So at least with Spider-Man, we had no idea. Like, oh, we'll show stuff soon, and then we waited for 2 years, and now the game comes out in less than 20 days. But back in 2016, it was the reveal trailer, and then the little PS4 Pro 30-second clip where he's on the flagpole, and then the King ad, the CGI live-action King ad. And then that was it for a full year, and then we had to wait all the way until E3 2017 to see actual gameplay. And yeah, those were dark times. So that's the same thing with Avengers, is that they revealed the game January of 2017. It's now August of 2018, and in that description, they said that they were going to update us at some point in 2018. Like, okay, great. So we have most likely to wait, just like we did with Spider-Man, until E3. And then it didn't happen, because Square Enix had an entire conference at E3, and they didn't show anything related to Avengers. Like, that was upsetting. So it's like, okay, well, Comic-Con's next, right? In July. So at San Diego, they could probably show a trailer like they did with Spider-Man. They showed a story trailer, and I was there, and even the opening cutscene of the game. Like, that was awesome. So what about Avengers? No Avengers. So it's really weird what they're doing with this game. The fact that the only actual confirmed piece of info that we know about it is microtransactions are somehow in the game. And I see other people saying like, well, wait, it's going to be a mixture between like Infamous and Uncharted and a little bit of Ultimate Alliance all in the same game. Nothing is confirmed. Those are all just rumors and leaks. Nothing is official until it's made by Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics or Eidos Montreal. Nothing that we know of so far is official for the game, other than they have hired someone to specify in microtransactions. But at least Sean Eskeg, which let me see really quickly just to confirm his what his role is for the game. Creative director / writer for the Avengers. So not only is he the main creator, he's Brian Intar from Insomniac. He's like Brian. He's the creative director and a writer for the game. So not only is he, what his vision is for it, but he's actually helping write the story. So he said that we are getting a trailer soon for the game. Now, soon meaning what? When is soon? So I don't know for sure, but a good theory people have pointed out is Gamescom. Again, if you guys don't know, Gamescom is an international gaming convention, kind of like E3, but it's more out. It's not in the States. I think it's somewhere else. It is in Germany. Of course it's in Germany. August 21st through the 25th. That is when Gamescom is. So, if he says that we're getting a trailer soon, that could mean one of two things. One, we could get it at Gamescom, because that's a gaming event that relates to a lot of multiple games, not just small games, but actual even big AAA games in general. Because Insomniac have said, we're going to have the demo for Spider-Man PS4 at certain events. So E3, Comic-Con, and Gamescom. So if Spider-Man PS4 will most likely be at that event for a demo, I think it could also come out for the Avengers project to show a trailer at that event as well, from the 21st to the 25th. Or I think they could show a trailer for the game after Spider-Man PS4 comes out. Because again, huge Marvel hype. Huge Marvel hype. Big Spider-Man game coming out. We haven't had a good Spider-Man game in eons. This is the first time it's actually being taken seriously from a AAA developer making a AAA Spider-Man game. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and that's why this game's so huge. And the fact that they even have an actual hype train. It actually exists. There's a New York subway that actually is covered within Spider-Man PS4 art, and even the inside looks like that. It's insane. I would love to see a behind-the-scenes video of how they made that thing, because I would be blown away to look at that. But I think that they could also reveal the trailer for the Avengers project after the game comes out. Now, why do I say after and not before? Well, the reason why I say after is because this month and September are Spidey's month. This is the time that they are really trying to push the game. Push it so that everyone can see it. Push it so that everyone can buy it. Push it so that everyone can pre-order it. And that make sure that everyone can most likely buy the game either digitally or physically when it's released on September 7th. And they want to have all eyes, PlayStation, Marvel, Insomniac, they want to have all eyes on Spider-Man, which is why I think that maybe after a couple of days, maybe even a full week, then they could show a trailer for the Avengers. Like, man, that Spider-Man game was freaking badass. Now I want another Marvel game. Oh, well, you're in luck. Guess what? There's a AAA Avengers game being made by Square Enix, and that's freaking awesome. So I think that's a really good strategy on their part. It's a bit upsetting that, again, we had to wait Year of silence once again from 2016 to 2017 for Spider-Man PS4 news. It's the same thing with Avengers. 2017 to 2018 for a news update for the game. Everything that we've heard so far is just leaks, rumors, not official stuff. This is the first time we actually have an official thing for the game from Shaq. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Little interference with the phone. Great. But yeah, sorry if it cut off there. As I was saying, a lot of stuff could happen. A lot of stuff could happen for the Avengers. What could we see? I hope gameplay. Again, I don't want to wait until E3 2019 to get a demo for the Avengers project. And again, the reason why that we had to do that for Spider-Man was because it's an exclusive for PlayStation. Because PlayStation exclusives almost always do that. Uncharted, God of War, Infamous, even the smaller, well, not smaller, but, you know, the lesser big ones like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, even Crash Bandicoot, the remaster, or the remake, you know, whatever it was. Even then, we had to, like, wait until PlayStation-related events to see that game for E3 2016 to get the announcement that they're making a Crash remastered. And then 2016 PSX, I think it was, yeah, PSX 2016, we got the reveal of Crash Bandicoot gameplay. And also Last of Us 2 announcement as well. So, you know, huge updates for those PlayStation exclusives. Sorry, there's something on my phone there. Got it. Okay. Yeah, but this, though, it's not a PlayStation exclusive. It's a multi-platform game. So PlayStation, Xbox One, and mainly maybe Nintendo Switch, but also PC. A lot of Square Enix games have always been on PC, so I can see this happening for Avengers as well. And it's not as big as Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Not to take any credit away for the Avengers, but I'm just saying that Spider-Man, PlayStation 4 exclusives. Sony is funding this game to no end. PlayStation have been marketing it to no end. Insomniac's developing it, and Marvel's publishing it. That is the dream team right there for this game. That's why I've always had so much faith in this game, not only because of the talents behind it, but the fact that they're treating it with respect. That's why I've always been so excited for this game. Like, it's a PlayStation exclusive. Do you know what that means? Like, we're going to get so much marketing for this game when it comes out, but also the fact that even though the early days were sad that we didn't have anything, we also had lots of awesome stuff with the Pro event and the reveal trailer, but also just them being so silent, putting so much detail and time and effort to making the game was fantastic. Super chat from YG Rhinox, $2. Are you going to hang that poster? Yes, I am. If you don't know which poster YG's talking about, he's talking about the one from Comic-Con where they signed all their signatures, all the team from Insomniac, and Yuri Lowenthal himself saying Spidey Squad forever. I still haven't found frames for that, sadly. I need to go and totally deck out my room. Don't worry. By the time the game's out, not before, I don't know before, but at least after the game is out, my whole room will be decked out with Spider-Man PS4 poster right here. The one with him with the black suit right there. The Stan Lee poster probably somewhere behind me. You know, I'm going to deck out my room completely. Just right now, I've been so busy with videos and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna frame those photos and hang them on my wall with pride because they're gonna be awesome. Yeah, so it's really crazy that finally we're getting an update for this game. Again, I have no idea what it is. I have no idea if it's gonna be a triple A Avengers game like what we all are hoping for, or if it's gonna be like Ultimate Alliance 3, which I personally do not want because I think those games are fine. I have no problems with those games. They're just not for me. They're fun. They're interactive, they're cooperative because you can play with your friends, but I'm sorry, but I'm not really fond of Ultimate Alliance. Triggered people, I know, but I would play, like, if someone asked me, do you want to play Avengers, Ultimate Alliance with me, I'll say sure, but if you're just saying, will I go out and buy the game for myself to own, probably not, because I wouldn't just go out and spend money on those types of games. I'm trying to think of a good game to have that as an example from Ultimate Alliance to blank. Like, I know it's weird, but I like Marvel Nemesis more than Ultimate Alliance. I know, I'm sorry, but I just like that it's a fighting game. It's like the only Marvel fighting game that we have besides Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But you know what I mean? Like an actual solo Marvel-only fighting game. Like, kind of like Marvel Nemesis is the closest thing that we have to Injustice. Yeah, great example. Lemuel Johnson, X-Men Legends. X-Men Legends is a perfect example to relate to Ultimate Alliance. And also, if you guys know this game, Monster Madness, that was like an exact replica of Ultimate Alliance, just with kids and they're fighting monsters, and they like team up, and then they have like this weird story, like there's zombies and then aliens and then dragons, and then you gotta fight them off, and then you can play as one of 4 characters, like a nerd, a stoner, a cheerleader, or a goth. Like, so it's really weird, but that is a game that's actually like one of the first PS3 games, and it was really fun. But this though, I just hope it's not like that. I hope it's Avengers. What do you think of when you think of Avengers? Huge action blockbuster experience. Another $2 donation from YG Rhinox, $2. Love your videos. Keep it up, dude. Thank you so much, dude. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Your support means the world to me, and I hope I can do you justice with the videos that I put out from, from now until forever. But yeah, Israel Perez, the Superhero Squad game, perfect example. Exactly. I hope it's not like that. Exactly. I hope it's not like that. I hope it is actually a full-on action adventure, third-person linear game. Because I know for a fact that they can pull it off, and I know for a fact that people would want that. They would want a game like Tomb Raider, but just swap out Lara Croft for the Avengers. That's exactly what I'm envisioning this game on being. That's what I was envisioning it to be already. But then they go on and saying, well, we have someone focusing on microtransactions. And then there's this talk about it only being online. And then there's this stuff about people not wanting to play the game because it doesn't focus on the Avengers properly, or something like that. Like weird rumors talking about the game and just stories that don't make that much sense. So I just hope that it's a game that is given the same treatment like Tomb Raider, but is in the same level of quality as Spider-Man PS4 is going to be, or, Uncharted, not to diss Tomb Raider, but I'm just saying, like, on the same level as how you would treat Spider-Man PS4, give that same treatment to the Avengers. And since Sean is saying that soon we'll get a trailer, again, the 2 most likely events where we could see the trailer is either Gamescom, which is from August 21st through the 25th, and I'm sure they'll probably upload stuff on YouTube as time goes on, or after Spider-Man PS4 comes out. I think it would be a bad move if they show a trailer for the Avengers project before Spider-Man PS4 is out, because they will want to showcase more of Spider-Man before Avengers, and there's already them in Spider-Man PS4, the Avengers Tower. It's like, well, wait, is this Spider-Man game and the Avengers project tied into the same universe? And like, who knows? Like Bill Roseman said, they don't want to put the cart before the horse. So what that means is that they just want to make sure that they deliver the best game possible for Spider-Man, and then they'll see what's next. That's exactly, which also excited me so much since day one for Spider-Man, is that, wait a minute, Spider-Man getting a next-gen treatment from Insomniac. Marvel also announcing that they're starting to make these big action blockbuster games. Bill Roseman being named the executive creative director in 2016. Them making the Avengers game with a different developer, and also rumors of a Guardians of the Galaxy open-world space travel game also made by someone from Square Enix. That's freaking insane, and if that does mean that just like the MCU with the Iron Man movie kicking off everything, Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Captain America, then Avengers, now possibly the same thing, Spider-Man, Avengers, Guardians, and then who knows, Spider-Man PS4 Infinity War. I don't know. Oh my god! Brad! Why? Thank you so much, dude. $20 donation. Gotta support the legend himself. Been following and in the squad since 2016. Keep up the good work. I'm Brad H on Twitter. I know who you are, Brad. Again, that's insane. Dude, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means the world to me, and I'm just happy that you care that much to actually want to donate. That means the world to me. But it also means the world to me that you guys are in the stream just chilling and having fun. And that's what it's all about. Just interacting with you guys, because you guys are literally the greatest community out there, and I would be nothing without you guys. So Brad, again, thank you so much, dude. You're awesome. I love you, man. Thank you for everything. And everyone else, too, for just watching. But yeah, was that it? I have a notebook writing down my notes. Less than 20 days out until Spider-Man, check. Hostile Takeover details, check. Avengers Project trailer soon, either at Gamescom or after Spider-Man, or even before, but I think it would be a bad idea if they show a trailer before Spider-Man PS4 releases, check. September 6th video, stay tuned for that. It's going to be great, check. And my final point, which is great because I wanted to do a stream that was only for like an hour long, and we made just the right amount of time, which is excellent, is game sales for Spider-Man PS4, because holy moly, if you guys have seen, I believe it was actually Brad who posted this, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check really quick. That's not it. No, sorry, it wasn't Brad. It was Spider-Man 1962 at Cool Doggo 420. He posted on Twitter saying that Spider-Man PS4 is now officially the best-selling game right now on GameStop's website. The game's not even out yet, and it's the best-selling game for GameStop. What? That's literally the craziest thing ever. That just shows how much people are excited for this game, how much we're all excited for it, and just seeing how big this is going to be. And that's why I've always said, in Insomniac we trust. People who really, really care about the character. Apparently Tyrell Yates also the best-selling game on Amazon too. That's insane. I just thought it was GameStop. Now apparently Tyrell's saying it's also on Amazon. That's actually nuts. But yeah, again, not to say the other developers didn't care, like Treyarch or Beanox or Neversoft, but I'm just saying I've never seen a company care this much about the community of fans being excited for this game or any game and just taking in their support and their interactions to heart and really trying to devote themselves to creating the best Spider-Man game possible. And that's why when the game went gold, it was such an emotional reaction for me because it's like, wow, it's actually so close to being done. Like it's here at that point, like it's actually here within our grasp. But now seeing how it's actually considered and statistically showing on GameStop's website that it is the best-selling game right now. I don't know if in history, but just as of late, it's the best-selling game right now, which is why I wanted to talk about the sales that Spider-Man PS4 could have. And that's why, if you guys know, if you're in the PlayStation community of things, if you know about that region of games and consoles and platforms that are sold, PlayStation's a big platform. But mainly it got bigger when God of War came out. And God of War was a huge game that a lot of people were looking forward to because of Kratos. Kratos was back. I think God of War 3 came out 2011. I could be wrong there. I'm sorry. Maybe 2010. But God of War 3 came out a while ago, and that's why everyone was so hyped back in 2016, just like for Spider-Man PS4, is that we're getting another God of War game. And Boy of War, exactly, King Omar Loke's Boy of War. 2010 says Reese Lively. Sorry, I was close. But like, you know, God of War had that same outlet. Like God of War was a game that a lot of people loved. It's a series that a lot of people were excited for, and when it came out, it broke records. Not only was it the most successful game of that month in April, but also it was the most successful PlayStation exclusive to ever be sold, period. Not the PS4, but for the entirety of every single other PlayStation console exclusive that has come out in the past, for the PS1, PS2, PS3, and even PS4, God of War was the top tier winner for best-selling PlayStation exclusive of all time, period. And it broke records. I think it sold 5 million units of just the game within 3 months. That's insane. So, and I think it broke records as well in terms of sales, and also with PlayStation sold as well. You know, they recently announced that very huge 500 million PlayStation exclusive bundle thing. You know, the exclusive console, the 500 million limited edition PlayStation. That was for selling 500 million PlayStation consoles, period. Not just 500 million PlayStation 4s, 500 million PlayStation consoles, period, of all time. And that also had to do with God of War. God of War sold so many PS4 Pro bundles with that God of War limited edition PS4 Pro, which looked great. And guess what? It's the same thing with Spider-Man, baby. That PS4 Pro with the white spider, I think they sold out in like almost every website, which is why I hope, Salvage, if you're watching, dude, I hope you can somehow get your hands on it with those donations that Bill and everyone else gave you. Because you have it now. You're in stock now, buddy. I hope you can get a PS4 somehow, either a normal one or the Spider-Man one, but I hope you can get the Spider-Man one. That'd be amazing. But that's why I wanted to talk about this part, is that I think Spider-Man has a really good chance to outsell God of War. And the reason why I say that, and it's not a crazy accusation either. It's not a crazy assumption to think that, because Kratos is a great character for PlayStation. It's a really famous video game character that Sony Santa Monica made, and a lot of fans love him as a character. But, but, if you were to say who is more famous or which character do people know of more, and you were to put Kratos and Spider-Man in a room, you know that almost everyone would say, I know Spider-Man way more than I know about that bald white guy with the red scar on his face. Not to diss Kratos, but I'm just saying that that is a fact. The same thing. Like, if you were to put Kratos, Nathan Drake, and Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn in the same room, chances are people would know at least one of those characters. But if you were to put Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman in the same room with each other, everyone would guess who they are. They would know Superman, they would know Batman, they would know Spider-Man. So it's the same thing, like Spider-Man versus God of War, which is crazy because it's almost to the point that Sony is competing with themselves, if you think about it, because Xbox and even Nintendo, besides, I guess, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we haven't seen anything from them in terms of solid exclusive games, or at least AAA games that they're trying to make. I guess other than Dying Light 2 or something. Witty's in the stream. Man. Awesome. Hey, Witty. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying the stream, buddy. And your stream was awesome, by the way, last night, too. Sorry I wasn't able to comment. I was just busy editing videos and also playing Batman Arkham Knight on my PS4 at the same time. But yeah, man, guys, like, again, I think there is a huge possibility with not only just, like, have you seen, like, the limited edition art book sold out? I think the Hot Toys are almost close to selling out. The Funko Pops, everyone's getting the Funko Pops for Spider-Man PS4, the John Bubniak Funko Pops. It's amazing. And, you know, everyone's just so excited for this game. And so are we. So ever since, I've been excited for it since 2016. And I think that not only is it going to be, like I've said numerous times, I think this will be a life-changing game because of how important this character means to us. And of course, Witty, you can be a mod. How have I not added you as a mod already? I can't believe I haven't done that yet. Of course, dude. Let me see. And add as moderator. Joseph Witty is now a moderator. Nice. Awesome. Can't believe I didn't do that sooner. Awesome, Witty. Thank you so much for just wanting to do that. That's great. Of course, Bill, you can be a mod. How have I not done that sooner? That's crazy. Bill and Joseph, you guys deserve to be moderators. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys are awesome. Yeah, you know, again, Kratos God of War did great. It got great reviews, 10s out of 10s, great sales, and that also was a big factor for it selling so well because of how great the review scores were for the game. We don't know if that's going to happen for Spider-Man, but for me, I think the lowest I can see Spider-Man getting is an 8. Sadly. But even though that's not even a bad thing, 8 is a perfectly fine score. But, you know, there are some people out there who are like, oh, it didn't get a 10? It must suck then. So, you know, if it doesn't get like a high rating, like high, then it gets kind of, you know, shoved off of other people's faces like, oh, it didn't get a 10. What game did get a 10? Oh, God of War. Oh, all right, let me get that. But then I saw like Horizon Zero Dawn got like a 9 or something. And it sold really well, too. It got, like, really great reviews, and a lot of people loved it. And Guerrilla Games got an award for it at the GDC Awards. And I think at the Game Awards as well in 2017. But I will say this. I think Spider-Man has a really good chance to outsell God of War. Spider-Man's much more popular. He's much more family-friendly than a guy who just cuts people in half with his axe and his blades, besides a guy swinging around with webs and just cracking jokes, you know? So that's another reason why it would sell well, is because of the family-friendly factor that it holds. But also because people love Spider-Man. People also love Batman. People got so hyped for Batman Arkham Knight, and they got that game like no tomorrow. But the fact that this is a PS4 exclusive, and God of War so far is right now standing as the greatest and most successful PlayStation exclusive in all of PlayStation history, I actually think, given all the support that this game has, how passionate everyone in the community and all the developers are for this game and this character, I think with all that in mind and with the journey that we've been on together and how we know that how everyone's going to react to it when it comes out, like we're going to be freaking out. I know I'm going to be freaking out for multiple reasons, some of which I can't share with you guys yet, but I think not only will this be my favorite game of all time, period, not just favorite Spider-Man game. This will be my favorite video game of all time because of the journey that I've been on as a person. But I think that this will actually be the most successful PlayStation exclusive game to come out ever. Once it's out, Trust me, Spider-Man is a big, big character, and when people recognize that, they will see how great of a success it will be when people buy the console and the collector's edition and all the other things related to the game, all the merch, all the shirts, you know. It's going to be huge. Another $2 donation from YG Rhinox. I'm going to cry when Spider-Man comes out. You and me both, buddy. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Again, you have no idea. I already cried multiple times on live streams for different reasons for relating to the game. So when I have it in my hands, and for another reason, which I can't share yet, I think I'm going to also break down into tears and have an emotional breakdown for the entire night of playing the game. Spiderball says, gonna cry? Yes, I will. Just like Toby says in Spider-Man 3 with the black suit. Yes. Evan's a goat. Witty, you're the goat, man. Thank you so much. Drink. Cheers. Again, nothing better than drinking out of a Spider-Man PS4 themed well, I don't even know what this is, like a campfire thermos. Yeah, this thing's ginormous. It's big as my head, by the way. This thing's huge, but I love it. But there is a really, really, really big chance that this game is going to sell extremely well. But I think that actually, if you understand with the statistics for PlayStation, if you see how much the PS4 Pro has sold out in several countries and several websites, I think that this is actually going to be, and the fact that Sony is also marketing this game like bosses. They have an entire train in New York. I don't know if I've stayed that more than enough times, but just the fact that an entire New York City subway train is decked out to look like the game, outside and inside. That's freaking ridiculous. So Sony knows how big this game is, and they know on how much people are looking forward to it. So when it comes out, and when it's out there, and when people are thinking about buying it or saying, maybe I should pick it up, you know that there's going to be those people, but also there's going to be people talking about, oh yeah, I was there the day one release date. I was there the midnight launch. I was there buying the game and installing it on my PS4 Pro Spider-Man themed PlayStation. You know, so it's crazy. And God of War sold extremely well. It reviewed great 10s, you know, solid 10s. For me, I give it a 9. I saw some of you guys say that in the chat. Well, it was overrated. I didn't think it was overrated. I just didn't see it as a 10. Because, again, I don't like the backtracking of the game. Like, oh, you got to go to Niflheim. And then you got to go back to Midgard. Then you got to go to Muspelheim. Then you go back to Midgard. Then you got to go talk to the dwarves. Then you got to go back to the thing. So it was like, I don't like that in games, backtracking. At least in Uncharted, it's just you go. You go to these different areas and different locales. But the fact that they made it like semi-open world, that kind of took me back a bit. But again, wow, $5 donation from Edgar Ochoa. I'm so sorry if I butchered your last name, dude. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for the $5 donation. Love your videos, Evan. Every time I see them, it gets me more hyped for Spider-Man PS4. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you so much, Edgar. Your support and passion and everything that you do for just watching the channel, just even tuning in with this live stream, that's what inspires me to keep making videos and wants me to become a better YouTuber for myself and for you guys who watch. So just thank you so much, Edgar. That's really, really kind of you. Sorry, I got hiccups, guys. But anyways, guys, I think that's it. I know, really short stream, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of briefly talk about some stuff. Just discuss about the sales that the game could reach if it's already sold out on GameStop's web, or it's, you know, it's the best-selling game so far on GameStop's website, even though the game's not even out yet. So it's really, really crazy that it's getting this much attention, and I think that it's going to when it finally ships, I think it's going to sell extremely well. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much, Jeremias. Luseki, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name, dude. I apologize. Hey, buddy, I really enjoy all your videos. I joined the channel, I believe, over a year now, and you've made the wait way better. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. That's so kind of you. I hope that I've done you justice by putting out the videos that I've put out, and just thank you so much for watching them, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed them. But thank you so much, guys. But, I think that was it, everybody. Just to recap, if you're just joining in or if you, didn't tune into the beginning of the stream, we talked about a couple things related to Spider-Man PS4. It's out in less than 20 days, exactly 19 days. Hostile Takeover is revealing some details about the story of the game. It reveals the main villain, where Peter works, Peter's mentor, and I think how MJ and Peter broke up in the first place. So a lot of details in that novel. So if you don't want to get anything spoiled, before playing the game. I would recommend read it after you play the game. Me, I still don't know if I want to read it. I'm really excited to read it, and I will review it on the channel. I just don't know if I will read it before the game comes out because it has all that info that I would want to have saved as a surprise. Because I know this sounds crazy. Before I end the stream, just kind of little confession time. When I got Arkham Knight, and the entire time Rocksteady was saying that it was a new character, like Arkham Knight was a new character, I took that to heart. So I was like, you know, it's not Jason Todd, because they said it's not Jason Todd. It's not Red Hood. So who is it? So I thought, okay, well, if it's a new character, could it be someone from the asylum that Batman talked to, and they kind of little tease there, like, oh, it's that guy. I remember you. But no, it was Jason. But apparently, like what they said, Arkham Knight as a character, the Arkham Knight name, is a character that we've never heard of before. So that was why it was new. But the character inside the mask, who it really was Jason Todd. But when they revealed it was Jason Todd, I was actually like, it was Jason Todd, because they had the Red Hood DLC, and then those flashbacks with Jason Todd in the theater, the abandoned theater that Batman was having the Joker mind trips with. He was like being tortured by Joker. Like, oh, this is part of the Red Hood DLC. I thought it was part of the DLC for the Red Hood thing because I downloaded it. And I'm like, oh, this wouldn't have happened if I didn't download the Red Hood DLC. But it's like, oh no, that was the actual main game, and they just spoiled it ahead of time that Arkham Knight was Jason Todd. But that didn't click in my head. I thought that was the Red Hood DLC. Like, oh, cool, they're gonna reference Red Hood in this game, and in the DLC where you can play as him, we'll expand upon it. But no, it was Arkham Knight. Jason Todd was Arkham Knight. So the same thing with Spider-Man. Like, who is the mentor? Who's the main villain? Is it someone that we know? Is it someone we don't know? I don't know. But I just saw a $10 donation from Nitron Anderson, dude. Thank you so much. Or Nitron Anderson. Your support means the world to me, dude. That is insane. I really hope you're enjoying the stream, and I really hope that you have had a fun time just watching the stream and just having a fun time, because that's really something. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Book looks really promising. It sounds really promising, I mean. I think the game will outsell God of War. I know that's a crazy bet to make. I'm not betting money, but I'm just saying a crazy statement to make, that Spider-Man could possibly outsell God of War. Again, he's a much more popular character. He's more accessible for people who aren't able to buy M-rated games. And it's already best-selling game on GameStop, and the PS4 Pros have sold out, and the collector's editions have sold out as well. So, I mean, if that's not a sign, then, yeah, I don't know what is. I think even the God of War collector's edition, did it sell out? I don't know, but I know for a fact the PS4 Pro sold out for God of War. I'm pretty sure, but, yeah, this is going to be huge for Spider-Man. And I just saw a $1 donation from the Creative Reindeer 3. Thank you so much, dude, for your support. Even the smallest donation, that's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you're excited for everything we talked about today. And Avengers Project, of course. Last thing I want to say before we end off is the Avengers Project soon. From Sean S. Cagg, soon. So whatever that means, I don't know if we're going to get a gameplay trailer or a demo or a story trailer or whatever. Just know that it will happen soon. And I think that the two best places that we could see the Avengers Project come out on is either Gamescom, which again is from August 21st to August 25th, or after Spider-Man PS4 comes out on September 7th. Those are my best guesses, because they said that we're going to get an update in 2018. It's literally August right now, and no updates at all from Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics or Eidos Montreal. So I don't know what they're doing, but it's really nice to know that soon we will get a trailer for the Avengers Project. So that's really exciting. And I'm just so excited that the game's so close, guys. I'm glad it was a live stream. I'm glad that I did this in a live stream. I was planning, should I do this as a video, like an actual video, but no, I'm glad I did it as a live stream so I could just see your guys' comments too and talk about this all in one go. So that's really great. But anyways, guys, it's almost 6 p.m. for me. I got to make dinner for my family, and I hope you guys had a fun time. And I can't wait to do another live stream soon, possibly talking about some more stuff that's going to happen. And again, just stay tuned on September 6th. For something really, really exciting for the channel. It's really big. But anyways, guys, you were all amazing, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Until then, I hope you had a fun time, and I'll definitely and keep a lookout for the second part of IGN's Spider-Man PS4 video series, because they're definitely going to do that soon, We don't know when, but just soon. same thing soon, but definitely more soon than the Avengers Project trailer. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out. Let's see. Hopefully my phone doesn't